to another episode of Tales of Olympus, the podcast where we dive into the wildest, most dramatic, and sometimes just downright unbelievable stories from Greek mythology. I'm your host, Ariel Ligao, and today it's not just any episode. Listen, I know I promised you last week that the full-time Greek mythology episodes would return, but it's just gotta wait another week. I'm really sorry, but today, as I was saying, today is not just any episode. I think you'll like this. Today is my birthday episode. Yeah, my birthday is on October 12th. And I'm officially 11 years old. Remember my catchphrase? My name is Ariel, I'm 10 years old, and I will see you next episode. Well, the last episode I recorded was the one where I was sick, called I Was Destroyed Almost. Go listen to that too. And now, most people celebrate turning 11 with balloons, cake, and maybe a couple of presents. But not here on Mount Olympus. Because in Greek mythology, turning 11 means you are ready to join the goddess Artemis if you were female, and you would start your heroes training if you were male. Or even if you were Hermes, steal some cows and invent music before breakfast. So in today's episode, we're asking a question. How did the ancient Greeks celebrate kids growing up? And what happened when the gods decided a mortal was ready for their destiny? We're diving into the wild world of coming of age myths, and you're coming with me. This is the Age of Heroes, turning 11 Olympian style. Let's go. So let's start with the goddess who knew exactly how to protect girls growing up. Artemis. She was the goddess of the moon, the wildest forest, animals, especially young girls standing at the edge of a change. In ancient Greece, when girls turned around 11, something amazing happened. They were invited to join a sacred ritual called the Arteia, which literally means the bear festival. Now wait, what do bears have to do with birthdays? A lot, actually. In the Arctea, girls would dress up as little bears. Yes, actual bear costumes, and perform dances to honor Artemis. This wasn't just a party, this was a symbol. The bear was wild, powerful, and brave, just like the girls were learning to be. It meant you're not a child anymore. You're growing up, becoming strong, graceful, and independent. Artemis is watching over you now. Imagine standing in the moonlight surrounded by torches and trees, dancing beside your friends in bear cloaks and feeling like something was changing because it was. In that moment, when you're no longer a kid but not quite an adult, the Greeks didn't ignore it. They honored it with moonlight and bears and goddesses. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. And now let's continue to what happens. Heroes. What happens? So now before we start the next episode, the next part, I want to thank all of you guys for supporting me through my podcasting journey. From when I was 10, it was actually this year when I started podcasting, and it was only April, and look at us now. It was from nothing to something, and something even bigger. Okay, now this is getting emotional. Anyways, let's continue to the next part. Now, what about the boys? In ancient Greek, around age 11, boys were expected to start training physically, mentally, and sometimes mythically. Let's start with Theseus, the guy who later defeated the Minotaur, which we talked about in our past episode. Theseus and the Minotaur. But before he was famous, he was just a kid. And one day he was told, If you can lift that giant rock over there, you'll find your father's sword underneath. Then you'll know it's time to become a hero. And he did. He actually lifted the giant boulder. Like no gym membership, no protein shakes, just raw demigod energy. Well, he trained a lot for it. And then there's Achilles. You might have heard of him because he's the hero in the Trojan War. And I'm planning to tell you all about the Trojan War in our future episode, since this season really is all about heroes. Anyways, Achilles was a legend before he even hit puberty. He was sent to train with the wise centaur Chiron, which many heroes does, who basically ran the best mythical boot camp ever. Archery, sword fighting, music, philosophy, even healing. And Achilles wasn't just learning how to fight, he was learning how to choose his destiny. Because in one version of the myth, he suffered a choice: live a long, quiet life with no fame, or die young but become a legend. He chose the second one, by the way. Very dramatic and very Greek. These heroes weren't just kids anymore. They were stepping into who they were meant to be. And okay, I didn't lift a giant boulder this morning, but turning 11 still feels kinda epic. Okay, so we've talked about brave girls, strong boys, and epic training. But what if you were just born awesome? Enter Hermes, the god of speed, mischief, messages, invention, and basically chaos. Now listen to this. The day Hermes was born, not the year, the day, he did the following: escaped from his crib, check. Ran all the way to another land, check. Stole 50 of Apollo's sacred cows, check. Covered his tracks by making the cows walk backwards, check. Invented the lyre, check. Played a song so beautiful that Apollo literally forgave him and became best bros, check. Got made an official god that very day, check. Yeah, that's baby Hermes. Not even a nap break. Just boom, 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 full god status. So, what's the point of this? Some stories say growing up takes years. Some say it happens in one day. And sometimes it happens when you realize you've got something powerful inside you. Your voice, your creativity, your ideas, your talents. You don't have to wait to start. And honestly, that's kind of what I'm doing with this podcast in my own life. So we've danced like bears under the moonlight. We've lifted boulders. We've trained with centaurs. We've watched a newborn god steal cows and create music in all one day. So not over that, honestly. But now it's time to ask, what does coming of age mean for us? For me, Ariel Igao turning 11. Well, I didn't get a prophecy scroll on my bed this morning. No god appeared in a flash of light. No one handed me a magical sword yet. But you know what I did get? I got a microphone. I got a birthday. I got a dream to tell stories to the world, and I've got this feeling inside me that's a little voice saying, you're growing up, you're changing, and you're ready to begin something big. Growing up in real life doesn't look like a lifting boulders or battling monsters. Sometimes it looks like staying brave through hard things. It looks like following your imagination. And even when people don't get it, it looks like doing your homework and building your podcast. It looks like this is who I am, and I'm just getting started. So, to all the demigods out there, whether you're 9, 10, 11, 12, or just a grown up with a spark of childhood left, or not, this episode is for you. Keep growing, keep dreaming, and when your moment comes, step into it. because every hero's journey starts exactly like this. And now, as always, my name is Ariel, I'm 10 years old, and I will see you next episode. Wait, no, that's wrong. No, it's my name is Ariel, I'm 11 years old, and I will see you next episode.